last 2 years, Bali has been a private paradise. No tourists, beautiful nature that you can enjoy in private, cheap accommodation and world-class cuisine. Bali definitely has been hard to beat. But here we are in 2022 and tourism is back with a bang. Construction is at an all-time high and traffic is wild. And if you're looking for that Instagram spot at a waterfall, you're gonna have to join some queues, literally. So I asked myself, what is Bali like now? Let's rewind a little bit. Bali's always been known as being in the heart of Asia, with its amazing, deep, rich culture, gorgeous natural scenery, amazing people, and world-class surf and fitness scene. Bali was always at the top of most travellers' bucket lists. It really didn't matter where you were going to. You could come to Canggu for that sleepy surfer vibe and a nice environment. You could go to Kuta if you wanted the big party nightlife. You could go to Ubud for the spiritual awakening, Sanur for the old people, Seminyak for the nice family lifestyle, and it was a gateway to the Gili Islands for those of you looking for something a little bit more unique. And no one had ever heard of Sese. But then... Bali absolutely stopped and everybody moved to Canggu. Exploring the island became very private and personal. You could go anywhere and basically see it on your own. Everything became super cheap. Places like Ubud, Seminyak, Kuta, they became very quiet as everybody came to Canggu and everything was rosy. Let's fast forward to today. The visa on arrival is back, tourism is in full swing as Bali welcomes literally thousands of people every day to this beautiful island. So what has that meant for the island? Like lots of places in Asia, the infrastructure has gone through the roof at an alarming pace and the road network just hasn't been able to catch up. There are 4.2 million people that live in Bali, so you can imagine that the traffic is already bad. Well, add the 6 million tourists that join us here every year and it gets something a little bit like this. With so many scooters and so many cars and everything like that, the traffic here is crazy. Everybody trying to wiggle around on these very narrow little roads. We are in Canggu at the moment, which is probably the worst area for it, but everywhere is still pretty bad. Construction is rife everywhere in Bali, but as land prices soar, people are being forced to move their investment further and further up the coast. In 2022, it's predicted that there's going to be $250 billion worth of investment in Bali alone. It seems like everywhere you turn, there's new construction being built here, there, and everywhere. Construction is one of the biggest economies for locals here in Indonesia. People come from as far as Java, the next big island across, and they come and work and live on site here until the construction job is done. It's not really the biggest problem for people living here. You kind of get used to the view of it all and just seeing new construction everywhere, but the noise can be somewhat annoying, particularly if you've booked into quite a nice hotel and then all of a sudden at 7 in the morning construction happens, because they do work early here. So if you're looking for that restful night's sleep, be careful where you book. And there's no longer any food deals. Prices have hiked. Before you could get a good meal for 50k, a lot of places had like a 50k special, and now that's normal prices. Accommodation has also gone through the roof. You used to be able to get really good little long-term deals, but a lot of places now are not even accepting long-term residents. They're even kicking out people that have been in there for a long time during the COVID period to favour short-term rental. So accommodation has gone super expensive. Well, what to say about the drunk tourists, except I'm probably a little bit jealous I'm too old to join them. But they're no bother. They're just a little bit annoying when they're on the road drink driving. Skewly! Tourism spots are getting busier and busier as the island gets more and more people here. If you're looking for that sort of precious, nice, quiet vibe, you're gonna have to be a little bit patient and maybe even join a queue if you're looking for those cheeky photos. And if you want to go for a restaurant on a Friday night, you better book. But that was all very negative. Let's talk about some positives now that everything's reopened. Well, first and foremost, and probably the most important, the local economy is recovering. Locals are getting back into work, and just the local economy is getting stronger, which has got to be the most important thing. The vibe! The vibe is electric here at the moment, with a real sense of optimism that things are finally open and back to normal. There's also no more ghost towns. Places like Ubud and Kuta and Seminyak, which were really quiet, are now lively again. You can feel life and energy there, which is awesome. The next best thing is that all the amazing restaurants that have opened. There's so many restaurants, new bars, new clubs, loads of new things opening. And like this is paddle tennis. And this is quite new to Bali, but has already taken it by storm. So sure, construction is rife at the moment, but because of the way it is occurring and the construction is spreading down the coastline, that'll mean that the areas will soon be disseminated a little bit and the population will spread out down the coast rather than all congregating in one area, which still at the moment is probably Canggu. But really the vibe here in Bali is back. There's such a great buzz to the area. Local people are benefiting from tourism again. Really the only downside is the bad traffic, and the traffic is bad. So as the sun sets on a busy day here in Bali, I wanted to finish with my final thoughts and go back to my original question, what is Bali like now, and is it still a world-class destination? Well, the simple answer to that is yes, of course, it's a world-class destination. It's stunning. There's some gorgeous things to see and do here, amazing people, beautiful culture. The long answer is a little bit more complicated. Is what they're doing ruining Bali? Time will tell. And there's certainly one thing to consider, and that's its noisy neighbour next door, the potential future of Indonesia, and that is Lombok. Thanks very much, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please think about liking and subscribing. It would really help us out. We make 2 videos a week, and yeah, thanks very much. Peace out.